Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Badgerworks. Today, this is the wheel on my son's car, and today we're going to take it off. And I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to teach him how to change a wheel. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get on with it. Yes, so as I mentioned, this is the wheel on my son's Mazda MX-5. His first car, I might add, but anyway. So the idea here is he's very proud of his car, which is good. And one of the problems that we have at the moment, if you look at that the cap in the middle there, it's not very good. The paint's come off of it basically, so we've got some new ones. And that requires taking the wheel off because they push out from the back. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to teach him how to change a wheel. So we're going to do this video in two stages. The first stage is going to be changing a wheel as if you were on the side of the road using just the tools in the car. And then the second stage is we'll look at some other things you can use if you're at home in order to make life a little bit easier. We're also going to be looking primarily at safety and some do's and don'ts. And hopefully you might pick up a trick or two. So let's get on with it. So we're going to start with this is the driver side back wheel, offside back wheel. And we need to jack the car up. So we're going to have a quick look at the tools that come with the car and then how you use them. So, right, so this is the toolkit that comes with his car. So what we have is the jack at the back here. We'll be using that obviously. Wheel brace, which is this one here. This is the handle for the jack, which is moderately useless. We might do something a little bit different. And then over here we have the nut for the locking wheel nut. Over there is the bag the stuff came in. Those two long hoopy things are actually the towing hitches for this car. So you pop a bit out of the bumper and you screw one of those in, but we don't need those. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at how we use this jack to jack up a car safely. And safely is a relative term with these because these scissor jacks are bloody awful. But they're what they give you, so it's what you have to use. So the first thing we need to do is make sure the car is as much as possible parked on a level surface. This is not really level, it's actually on a little bit of a slope. So what we're going to do is we're going to employ another safety piece of equipment. This is a brick. I have two of these bricks, and what we're going to do is we're going to stick one under the front and back of one of the front wheels. Because we're only jacking one wheel up, technically the other back wheel where the handbrake is still in contact with the ground. Better safe than sorry. So as you can see there, I have strategically placed a brick in front and behind the front wheel, and that just means there's no way the car can actually roll anywhere when we jack it up. Now let's get the jack in place. Now with these scissor jacks, and they're slightly different on every car, but they all work more or less the same. What you've got, and you need to pay attention to this. Yep. There's this slot on the top here. There'll be a slot or there'll be a divot or something, and that is to engage on a jacking point under the side of the car. Alright, so first thing we need to do is find that, because you can't just stick this anywhere because otherwise you'll damage the bodywork. So this goes under like that, and what we'll do is try and find the jacking point. I might take the camera freehand for this. Another piece of safety equipment, or very useful to have, is this. Excuse my slippers. This is actually a bit of old packing material, but they make very good kneeling pads. It's a good idea to keep something like this in the car. We'll talk about some other stuff to keep in the car later, but it's nice just to not kneel on the concrete. Right, so let's have a look under here and find your jacking point. If you're not sure where your jacking point is, check the manual on your car and they should tell you. So in fact this has a little label on it there that kind of tells you how to do it. So this bit here. So if we actually look underneath here, right, get down here and have a look. Right, let's see if I can get that somewhere nearby. So you see this here, yep. This little sticky out bit, that's actually the joint between the chassis rail, well not the chassis rail but the monocoque, and the outer sill.
It's better.
Yes. So you might also find that there'll be a bit that's slightly different from the rest. But I think in this case, sometimes there's like a divot.
Oh, hold on.
Right, so what we do is we position this under here. Now we've got the handbrake on, we have got the wheel chocked, and we are going to wind this up just by hand like this. And we're going to, where's the groove? It's there. Like that, you see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
So try and make sure that the jack is as 90 degrees to the car as you can, okay?
Yep.
Then just do that and just take the weight of it, okay? Don't try and jack it up yet. So just get it like that so the jack is nice and sturdy on the floor, okay? So, look at that.
Yep.
So what we've done is we've just got the jack in place. It's, hopefully the camera can see that. Trouble is it's very bright sunshine today, but there you go. So that's in place, and we've just lifted it up slightly. You'll see the car start to move slightly as I jack it, and all it's doing is just taking a little bit of the weight, and that is to make sure that this is firmly planted on the ground. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is crack the wheel nuts. So that'll be the next job. Right, so what we need to do now is crack the wheel nuts, because we want to keep the tyre on the floor, because otherwise it's not so bad on the back because you've got the handbrake, but on the front wheels, if you jack them up and try and undo the wheel nuts, the wheel's just going to turn. Okay, so you've got to be a little bit careful with this, because obviously you've got a lock-in wheel nut. Okay, we'll leave that one for a minute. So what you want to do, put your wheel brace on the wheel nut. You want it kind of level if you can.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, now which way do you undo it?
It's the wrong way, isn't it?
Counterclockwise. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. That's
Yeah.
why you put it on that way, so you press that now. Now, what you want to do, you're not going to be able to do it like that, I'll tell you that now.
Like this.
You might want to stand up and put your back into it.
Okay.
Right, just try and push it down. Hard as you can, you're going to have to give it some welly. Right, it might not go, okay? So, what you do in this case, you apply brute force and ignorance.
Right.
So put that on there.
Can I stand on it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Move this stuff out of the way.
Alright.
Just put it over there out of the way. Right? And just stand on it. There you go, like that. Now do the rest.
Lovely. Is that now?
Don't take it off, just
okay.
crack the wheel nuts. That's all you've got to do.
Cracking, okay.
There you go. Alright, do the next one.
Oh, God.
Right, that's good. Well done.
That's on there.
So, now for the locking wheel nut, this is where you need to be careful, because what you don't want to do is wring that off. Okay, so put the nut, put that on the wheel first.
Alright.
And just turn it until it clicks into place, like that. Then put the wheel brace on it. And now, carefully crack it open. You probably still need to stand on it because it will be just as tight as the others, but just keep in mind that it's out further so you apply more leverage to it.
Alright.
There you go, go on, let's go in.
There we go.
Perfect, there you go, excellent work. Right, so now we've got all the wheel nuts cracked, we can jack the car up. So, to do that, right, give me that useless little hook thing.
Useless little hook thing.
Now this is a useless little hook thing. Don't know how well this is going to work on this. Might not work at all. We might have to get something a little bit different. So, just see, this is one of these annoying ones that works like this, and it takes forever. But you just keep turning like that, and all you want to do is lift the car just so the tyre is off the ground. Okay. This might take a while. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. You see, on my car, you get like a fold-up, windy handle thing, so you can just put it on and kind of crank it like that. Which I'm tempted to get, but I want you to do this with the tools you have.
All right.
In fact, why am I doing this?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Right, let me get out the way. You can use the kneeling pad. Aren't you lucky?
Lovely.
Or you can just sit on your backside either
Yeah,
way.
I can just sit down.
That's it. Imagine doing this on the side of the motorway in the middle of the night in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The irony is, we've been planning to do this video for a while. And again, I was saying I was going to teach him how to change a tyre. Don't worry about that.
This is not a quality item.
Well, it's not like you ever have to use it very often.
No.
And last night, when I was coming home from work, I got back to the train station in London to get my car and found I had a flat tyre.
Why didn't you just record that?
So I had to go through all of this last night. Well, I didn't have a camera or anything with me.
Oh, why you got a phone?
Yeah, but at that point, I actually just wanted to get it done and come home, and it only took me 10 minutes. So,
Ah, well.
and that was still doing all that, and that was including the time it took me to figure out how to get the plastic caps off the wheel nuts.
You get plastic caps on your wheel nuts?
Yeah, because my car's fancy.
Right.
It's really not.
Yeah.
Right, I think a little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah.
But as you say, you literally just want to get this thing. Now, the other thing while he's doing this is we need to talk about, oh, he's got the hang of it now, look at this.
Okay, just do this instead.
The other thing to talk about is safety. Now, these jacks are fine for doing this kind of thing,
Just don't stick
but they
your head
are
under
not
it.
very safe, okay? They're not the most stable things in the world. You do not put any part of your body under that car while it's on a scissor jack, all right? I'm saying this to you, do you understand?
Yep.
Say yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Good. Right, and that goes for all of you at home as well. Do not rely on a scissor jack. They are not safe. They are designed for a quick little job like this. They are not designed to work on the car.
Do they have to say yes, Father, as well?
They can do. Put it in the comments. Right. I think you're nearly there. Might be a little bit more. Bear in mind as well, if you're jacking up a flat tyre, it will come off the ground a lot quicker than a full tyre. So make sure when you jack it up, you jack up enough so that you can get the spare on it. I think that'll do you. That's well.
The jack's running out. Jack's running out of room to give.
All right, so that's good. So now you can take the wheel nuts off.
Ah.
You see, the funny thing is, I'm not sure if the wheel nuts on my car are the same size, because on my car, which to be fair is a little bit more modern than this, right, don't lose them.
Yep.
They actually give you like a little plastic like screwdriver tool that's the same size as the nut, so you can spin them on and off with your fingers a lot easier. So you don't have to do that, basically. You'll also notice he's wearing gloves. This is something we're going to talk about again later. Gloves are a very good idea to keep in the car.
Oh.
Right, you're doing a fine job, carry on.
Yep. Right, so I need the...
Oh,
that's... Grab that.
Things blowing away.
Need the mechanical article, and then we can...
You might just better undo that with your hand. The wheel will start to move as you undo it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh.
Right,
Oh,
push the wheel on with your other hand.
I am actually going to stick that back on there and do it with this.
No, just push it on with your hand and then just take the wheel nut off. It's loose. It's just because the wheel's the other way.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, that's dusty.
That's pleasant.
I might also add, in terms of safety equipment, it's not a terrible idea to keep a set of safety glasses in your car, in the boot. So if you're doing something like this on the side of the road when there's dust and stuff blowing around on a motorway or something, you don't get stuff in your eyes. Because the last place you want to get grit in your eyes is on the side of a motorway. Right, there we go. Now, lift the wheel off.
Oh,
You might want to stand up.
stand up for this. Right.
It's not that heavy, it's just, there
we
you go.
go.
And that's your wheel off. Good job, well done.
Hello, wheel.
Now, one of the things that we want to look at, and it looks like it might have been done on this. Hang on, I'll get the camera in a bit closer. Yes, this has been done, and I'm very happy about that. So, if you look here, this rim here is what the wheel actually rides on. Okay, that centres the wheel on the hub. And the problem you can have with cars with alloy wheels is you've got an aluminium wheel up against a steel hub. So you've got two different types of metal. This is we're going to start getting a little bit scientific here. And what can happen is, because they oxidize differently, the wheel can basically weld itself to the hub, okay, which is not ideal. So the trick is, you'll see sometimes you take this off, this will be all rusty, and sometimes you literally cannot get the wheel off. You have to beat it off with a hammer. Stop laughing at the back. So the trick to get away with this, and I actually prepared for this, but it's nice to see that the garage who've been maintaining this have already done it. You'll notice this like bronze coloured material on here. That is copper grease. It's anti-seize compound, and you put that on to stop the wheel from seizing. See how easy that wheel came off?
Yeah.
Like my one, when I changed it last night, because it's never been done, because I haven't done it, the wheel, I had to kick it off, which is not ideal when you're on one of these soppy little scissor jacks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's been done. They've actually stolen my thunder a little bit here. I actually bought a tube of copper grease. But you can also see it's on the threads here as well. So you can see this white stuff here, that's oxidization, but there's none at the end here where the nut's been. And that is why those wheel nuts came off so easily. Very, very worth an investment. Well, next time you have your wheels taken off, you have your car serviced, if they haven't done it, ask them to do it for you. All you've got to do, take the wheel off, take a wire brush, clean off any rust, and just put a very, very thin skim of copper grease on there, and you'll never have a problem with the wheel coming off. Now, I dare say, immediately someone in the comments will say, oh, if you put grease on, the wheels will come off. No, they won't. Okay, they won't. There is one reason, and one reason alone, that wheels fall off. And they fall off because they're not mounted properly. But we'll get back to that in a minute. So, what we're going to do now is we are going to change this centre cap, because that's obviously why we took the wheel off. And then we'll go through the process of remounting said wheel. So, back in a sec. So the wheel is off, as you can see, and you just asked me a question. What was it about this? So you see these black marks on the inside of the wheel. My son was asking what these are. Those are marks where it's had wheel weights on it in the past. Because with an aluminium wheel, you can't put wheel weights on the rim like you did on an old steel wheel. So instead they use like a self-adhesive weight, and they come in strips. And so you put it on a tyre balancer. It tells you how much weight to put where, and then you take a strip of weights, cut it down to get the weight that the machine's telling you, and then you stick it on where it tells you to put it. And that's how you balance it. And it also means they're hidden out of the way behind the back. But if the wheels are fitted properly, or the tyres are fitted properly, you shouldn't actually need wheel weights. And any decent tyre fitter will take the time to move the tyre around on the wheel to reduce or minimise the amount of weights, and preferably have no weights at all. I should also mention, when you have an alloy wheel like this, you shouldn't lay it down on its face on concrete, because you might scratch it.
Oh, right.
As long as you're careful with it, it's fine. But what we're going to do now, just stand it up a bit. Well, you need to pop that thing out.
Yep.
So we're going to take the other old centre cap out, and that it just pushes out. So a bit of brute force and ignorance, like that. And let's have a look at that one.
There it is.
So that's the old one. You can see it was supposed to be the same colour as the wheel. Oh, no, there you go. But all the paint's come off. So these are the new ones we've got. We decided to go for black, mainly because the black ones were cheaper, and also because we couldn't figure out if the silver that was on them would actually be the same silver as the wheel. So we just went for black ones instead. So there you go, you can pop that one back in now.
Alright, lovely. Wow.
So they should be the same size.
We'll
soon find out.
Yeah.
You might want to put it in from the front.
Yeah.
Turn the wheel around and do it, you twig.
Okay, fine.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Just the reverse of taking it out. Hang on, look, turn that around a bit. Right.
This one does have less clampy bits on it.
It doesn't matter, it's got a big metal thing on it.
Okay.
That is going to fit. Right, hang on, I'll brace the wheel for you.
There we go.
Try and put it in square. That's why you're having trouble putting it in. Don't drop it, you'll scratch it.
I'm trying. Oh,
Go on, you're doing alright.
He doesn't. It really doesn't want to.
Yeah, well, this is because that's got a big metal spring in it to hold it in place.
Oh, how do you hold down the...
You don't, you just use brute force and
You
ignorance.
just try and shove it in.
It might be easier to lay the wheel down.
Oh.
Oh, there you go, you got it.
Oh, there we go. That's in.
There you go.
It's got a little black one
Oh.
now.
Oh, let's move that over. There you go, look. So that's the new one.
Yeah.
Way better looking than the old one. So now we can put the wheel back on. So, there you go. Right, let's stick this wheel back on. Hold on to that. So it don't roll away. I'll show you how to do it, all right, and then you can do it.
Lift
so
it on
the
there?
easiest way to do it.
Are we not going to put some more of the copper stuff on it?
It doesn't need to. That's more than enough on there.
All right.
So what you do is just lift the wheel into place like that.
Yup.
And then it's usually easier if you're actually kneeling down to do it. But see, what you can do as well, if you need to, is you can use this under the wheel and just use that to kind of lever it round if you need to turn it. But the little wheels like this, you just pick them up.
All right.
And then you just basically lift it and pop it on like that.
Yeah.
Right. So you try it. I should have put gloves on to do that, but never mind.
Kind of get it in vaguely the right place.
Yeah, I'll say you got gloves on and you're also younger and fitter and stronger than me.
Am I?
So, probably. I'm useless. I can't even open it. I have to get you to open jars for me.
Come on.
Right, put the bottom of the wheel in first.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's probably easier stood up.
Right.
This way.
See, it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
No.
Put the bottom of the wheel in first. So you can push it in with your foot
I
if you
can't
need to.
find the bottom of the wheel.
That was obnoxious.
Yeah.
BMW X5 with a very loud exhaust. You're having fun there?
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Do we not have like a brick or something we put it on?
What? Just lift it up. Hold the tyres. Oh,
Come on.
were you watching how I did it?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Not really.
Come out of the way, look, let me show you.
There we go. God, it's gone on.
Have you got it?
It's gone.
Right,
Yep.
put a wheel nut on.
That's a thing.
Just put a wheel nut on, just quick with your fingers. Put one in the top to
Not
hold
very
it.
well on, but it's
It's fine,
There we
that's good
go.
enough.
wheel nut.
Right, remember which way it goes.
Yep.
Just get it started. Because that will just stop the wheel from falling off again. Right. Now, what you want to do, take the wheel brace and just very gently nip that nut up and let it pull the wheel in.
Alright.
You can, if you want, push the bottom of the wheel in with your foot or your hand to make sure it's straight, like that. There you go. Because it will sit there.
I've found an issue with this.
It will sit there if you let go of it. It's like I say, that's why I say use your foot. Like that. There you go. And just do it up until it makes contact. Like that. Right, now put the other wheel nuts on.
Sit down, I think.
Like I said, it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Does this have to go on a specific one?
It doesn't matter. The locking wheel nut can go anywhere. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
where.
I'll put it on this one because Oh.
I don't know if those wheel nuts will clean up. They might, with a bit of metal polish like Brasso or something. You might actually polish a lot of that rust off.
Yeah.
Because it's only very, very light surface rust. I've got like steel wool and stuff. Right, now, wait, before you do anything, you are doing the right thing, but probably not for the reasons you think. When you tighten wheel nuts on a car or on any vehicle, you do opposites, okay? So, if you just nip all those up so they're in contact first,
Alright.
so the same as you did with the first one, don't do them up tight, just until they make contact. That's it, let's just basically like that. So they're kind of finger tight. Because the most important thing you need to do is make sure that wheel is on straight and steady and level. Okay, so it's sitting nicely flat on the hub, which it is. I can tell that from looking at it. You might want to put the thing
And
on
the
that.
actual thing for that, yeah.
I say you can probably do it up with your fingers, but you see how easy those nuts go on. That's that copper grease. Now, while you're doing that, I will tell you that people will say if you put grease on a wheel nut or a wheel bolt, it will come off. It won't. Like I said, the only reason wheels come off is because they're not fitted properly. And I can also tell you now that if a wheel is going to come off, it's going to come off in the first mile of driving. All right. So As long as you mount a wheel properly, it will never come off, whether it's got grease on it or not. So argue with me in the comments if you dare. Now, I've changed thousands of wheels and I've never had a wheel come off. So what you want to do now is, because this is the back wheel, we can do this a little bit with the car up. But if it was the front wheel, at this point we'd lower the jack down so the tyre is touching the ground. But what you want to do is start tightening those wheel nuts in sequence. Okay, now when I say sequence, you need to do them opposites.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you do that top middle one first, just put the thing on it and give it like, just tighten it as hard as you can. Right, okay, now do the opposite one. Do that one. Now do the opposite again. That's it. That's it, that's fine. Then opposite again. I think,
yeah.
You'll remember that in a minute.
That's not actually on the thing. Hold on.
There you go. Right, go on. A bit more than that. Give it some welly. Right, that'll do. Now do the other one. Right, so those are now tight. Now give the wheel a wiggle, make sure it's set flat, which it is, because if it wasn't, that would move. Okay? So what you can do now is let the jack down so that the tyre is touching the ground. Don't take the weight fully off it, but just let it down a bit. Alright? So what we've just done now is we've let the jack down so the wheel is just touching the ground. Alright, so what you want to do now is come in and you need to tighten this up. Alright, so give me that for a minute. I'll do one and show you. Now also, for you following at home and for you as well, there is a reason why these wheel braces are only this long. Okay, it makes it awkward getting the wheel off, but it is so that you do not over tighten the wheel. Okay?
Yep.
Because over tightening a bolt is just as bad as under tightening it. Okay? Actually, I might need to put this around the other way. Let me just move the camera over this way for a second.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure about the black, I don't know.
Well, it's bloody well on there now, so... Right.
Maybe she's gone for the white ones.
All you need to do... Now, these do not need to be that tight, okay?
Alright.
People always make the mistake of thinking you have to crank these things up and jump up and down. You don't, okay? Like I said, the reason this is this length is so you don't over-tighten them. All you need to do is put that on and... That is tight.
Right.
Alright? So, you do them.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're going to check them afterwards. We are going to be talking these up, folks, don't worry. Right, let me have a look at that one. Now you've done that, I'll check it and see if you've done it tight enough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good enough. Right, do the rest like that.
Alright.
You're probably over tightening them, to be honest. According to the spec, we'll have to look it up what the torque spec is for these wheels. It's probably 65 Newton meters. Right, remember to do opposites, diagonals first. Oh, steady.
Bye! I'm going.
You can send us a postcard next time you go on a trip.
Yeah.
Right, do the locking one now.
Alright, where's the little...
It's there where you left
The
it.
little fella, there it is. There he goes. And then we're going to whack that on there, and then we're going to be very good.
Right, and then do the last one. Which was the top left.
Yeah, that one.
You can, if you want, when you're done, just go around them again and just do a quick spanner check on them.
Yeah.
Right, alright, that'll do, blimey. It's not a U-bolt.
Oh, I've dropped it.
Right, so that is your wheel back on.
Wow.
Okay, now, next step, obviously you've got to get it down off the jack.
Yeah.
So what you do is you lower it down off the jack, and this is important. You need to make sure that wheel is seated properly. Okay, now,
Right.
like I said, if the wheel is going to come off, it's going to come off almost immediately.
Right.
So if you've done this like this, the best thing you can do, put the jack down, just put everything in the boot for now, don't bother putting everything away, just put it in, get in the car and drive it slowly, like 10 miles an hour, and do like a couple of 100 yards.
Alright.
And then get out, check the wheel nuts again. and make sure they're still tight. If they are still tight, that wheel is never coming off.
Alright.
Alright?
Alright.
That is how you change a wheel.
Oh yeah.
Right, drop the jack down.
Ugh. Is there not a quicker way to do this?
There is a much quicker way of doing this, but we are doing this with the tools that you have. Other way.
Oh yeah, good point. Is there not a quick? No, I mean, is there not a quicker way of dropping this jack down?
Well,
does it not have like a woozy thing?
No.
Cool.
I think you can get you good luck. Good luck. Just use the handle, you twit. I'll tell you what. While you're doing that, I'll show you the handle mine's got. So this is the tool I was talking about with mine. So they give you this. Mine's a Volkswagen. They give you this little plastic tool, and what that does is it gives you a handle so you can spin the wheel nuts on and off by hand easier, which is very useful. So that's the handle for mine.
Oh yeah.
So what you do is you just hook that end into the thing. Take that one out.
Ugh.
Hook that end on.
Hook this end on.
You won't be able to do it from that angle, but no, I mean you won't be able to turn the handle from that angle.
Oh.
You're gonna have to move.
Right.
Right, hang on. And then just hold that bit, turn the other bit.
And then turn the other bit, yeah.
But if you do it, if you get yourself in the right position, there you go. You can just do it like that.
Oh, this is way better.
Yeah. But as I was saying, we're using the one that's come with your car because that's what you would be using if you were doing it. Now you can spin it with your fingers.
Ugh, come on. Get out.
You can probably pull it out there now. And there you go. You have now successfully changed a wheel.
Lovely.
And you have a nice new centre cap thing on there.
Yeah. Not a light up one though.
Yeah, I was going to get. Apparently they do light up ones. I was going to get him some, but they're like 80 quid a set. So.
No, I think it was 80 quid for one of them.
No, it was 80 quid for a set of 4.
Oh, okay.
Still might do that one. I might do it one day when you're out.
Right.
When you come back, you won't know. I'm going to put neons all under his car and then not tell him where the switch is, so he can't turn them off. So that, folks, is how you change a wheel with the tools that come with the car. Now, there's a few other things that we need to do. Right, give us that handle. Oh, we'll keep that handle up because we've got the other wheels to do.
4 hertz.
So what we are going to do with this is we're going to torque these wheels up. If you've changed a wheel like this, it's a very good idea at your first opportunity, take it to a garage or a tyre centre and ask them to just quickly spanner check the wheels for you, and they will do it. And they'll just get a torque wrench and put it on and just make sure it's done properly. So, but we're going to do that now. So I'll put this back in here for a minute. Torque specification, yeah, 89 to 117 Newton meters. That seems more like it.
66 to 86.
60 to 86 pounds. That's still bloody tight. All right. Well, we'll do them 95 Newton meters.
All right.
That'll be enough.
Oh, it's the old badge. What are we doing with these?
75 pounds. What?
What are we doing with the old ones?
What?
What are we doing with the old caps?
In the bin.
All right. It looks like you can just. Oh yeah.
Right.
If you wanted to, you could literally just pop the actual
wheels?
Mazda bit out of the Mazda badge. Well, you can't do that on the old ones. You can do it on that one. You can just
Well, maybe. Right. What size are these? What are they? 3/4 or are they 7/8? They look like they're 7/8. They are indeed 7/8. Are you impressed that I knew that just by looking at it?
I don't know.
Well, I just looked at that wheel nut and told you what size it was.
Ah.
22 mil, 7/8, 7 inch.
All right.
21 mil, sorry. Right. So, what we have here is a torque wrench. The keen-eyed among you will know it's a snap-on torque wrench. Yes, I was a mechanic for many years and I did use snap-on tools. So, what we need to do is set this, and we're going to set it to 75 pounds, which is there. So what you do is unlock it, turn the handle, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and that there, hopefully you can see that, is 70 pounds. So it's lined up with the 70 and it's on 0. So we then turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 75 foot-pounds. Lock it off, and then we can do up the wheels. So we just put it on. Might need an extension actually. Oh, this is going to be awkward. No, I think we're alright. Yep, that's tight. This one is not. That was fine. But you'll see it's moving slightly and then going click. And that is because, as I said, that little lug wrench is designed to not let you over torque the wheels. Where's the locking wheel nut key?
Oh, it's right there.
Right, let's drop that on there. There we go. So those are all torqued up now, so they're not going anywhere. And what we'll do, once we're done with this video, is we'll take it for a spin up the road, bring it back, and then torque them again. So there you go, you've changed the wheel. Well done.
Hey.
Good job.
You know I'll never have to do that, right?
Well, no, because yours
This doesn't even have a spare wheel in it.
It doesn't have a spare wheel in it, but now you know how to do it.
It's literally just got an air pump in the boot.
Well, it's not an air pump, it's got some of that horrible spray foam
No, it
stuff.
does. There is an air pump in the boot of that car. That's what you're meant to do. You pump the wheel up, spray the stuff in it, and then drive home.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Apparently. That's what it says in the book.
There's a few things that it's worth mentioning with this. Things to keep in the car and stuff like that.
So keep that in the car?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you'll see here now, my hands are filthy. You do not want to have to get in your car and drive home and put your greasy hands all over the steering wheel and the doors and the seat belts and the gear stick. Alright, so what he is wearing
Pair of gloves.
are a pair of gloves. So it's worth keeping a pair of gloves in the boot. Okay, I mentioned before the kneeling mat, just a little bit of foam or something just to put on the ground. Saves your clothes, saves you kneeling on the ground, especially if it's cold or wet or, you know, concrete or whatever. But always be safe. Do not, as I said, when you're using one of these scissor jacks, if you do not have axle stands, do not put any part of your body under that car. And I'm saying this mainly to you, all right? Because what these people do at home, that's on them. I am telling you, do not put any part of your body under that car, all right? Because if that comes off that jack, which is very easy, it will at best crush things and at worst end you. And I'm quite fond of you, and I'd rather you stick around, all right?
All right.
So anyway, but there you go. That's how you change a wheel. Hopefully that's been of use to some of you. By all means, feel free to argue in the comments, but I know I'm right, so you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I've done this many times, and it always never had a problem. I've never ever had a wheel come off ever, and I have literally changed thousands of wheels.
Why do you think this car does even have a jack in it? Is it like a regulation thing? Because there's no reason you'd need a jack. Because if you were going to change, the tyre on it, you'd be at a tyre place because you'd have a spare one.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Who cares?
Whatever.
But there you go. That's how you do it anyway. So yes, if any of you have got any comments or questions, put them in the comment section below, and we'll you know, do what we can to answer. But yes, hopefully this has been of interest to some of you. As ever, I'd like to thank my top tier patrons, Howard, Amy, Chris and Hawaii Clive O, for their continued support. And we will see you on the next video. Say goodbye, Michael.
Goodbye, Michael.
See you on the next one, folks. Cheers. Bye.
Now we've got to do the rest.
Now we've got to do the rest.
Which should be easy with actual equipment.
Yeah.